this is going to be a quick review on this Aqua Relief System. Now, I'm going to tell you straight up what I don't like about this, and that is the fact that these are, you can't take them off. I've seen some, and I've actually bought a different one where you can remove these, or they plug into a different thing. I forgot what they're called, but it plugs into other stuff like this. Like you could just pop these out, but this one, they're always hanging out, so you just have to find interesting ways to wrap them around or keep them from hanging out. So, but yeah, other than that, I love this thing. It's funny, I tried to replace it with one that was ice. It was like, all it did was it circulated ice water, and when I really sat down and thought about it, I was like, darn, it doesn't do heat. Like, I need one that does heat and ice. So if you look in here, you have this pump. That is what pumps the water through, and you can put ice in here. But the beauty of this and what makes this so amazing is you can put it on hot or you can put it on cold. So you put ice in here, and of course you fill it up to that line, and you can turn it on for however long you want. All right, when I strongly suggest if you're doing ice, don't do over 20 minutes. I think I did ice for like maybe, I think an hour, a few hours, and I got frostbitten. So definitely be cautious of how long you leave ice on your skin. But yeah, I'm getting ready to use this, and I was like, you know what? Let me do a review for this, because when I do use it, I never think about doing reviews, but I use it all the time. And today what happened, I did yoga, and I guess I moved a certain way, and I felt a pop in my knee. And I feel like it's good. Like I feel a little crick in it. But I looked up in ChatGPT, and it said ice for inflammation and injury. So if it's a sharp pain in your knee, especially if it just started or flared up after activity, ice is your go-to. So that's what I'm doing. So we're going to fill this up with ice, and I'll show you how I get it set up and everything. All right, so first thing we're doing, we're filling this up with water, and I do like to stand by and make sure I'm near it when I'm filling it up so it doesn't go past the fill line. Fill this up with water, and also make sure it's not plugged up when you're doing this, just to be safe. All right, so we're getting close to that fill line. Now I'm going to get ice. This is really the only reason we use this ice. So we drop ice in. Bam, and you see we are getting close to that fill line. We are there. All right, so one thing I do love about this, it does have a seal around it, so when you close it, you can lock it in place, and you do not have to worry about it coming out. Now, I haven't figured out what these are. I'm wondering if they are for you to hold like that, maybe. Not sure. But also, like, it's not going to leak unless you turn it on, so you rest assured it's not going to leak all over the place. And now I usually set it like right up here. Try to make sure it's level. And I like to get it all set up with the different attachments before I plug it up, just so water doesn't leak out. And I recently bought this one for the knee. Perfect timing, right? All right. And this is from the same brand, Aqua Relief System, same brand. And they make a bunch of different attachments for, they got shoulders, knees. I think the one that we have currently is for the back, but of course we're using the knee today. And very simple to use. You just pop it in like that, and the rubber keeps the water from slipping out. And now we can put this on our knee. All right, so we got it hooked up. On the picture it has the hose coming out of the bottom, but I'm just gonna leave it like this. I was like, I'm gonna do it right, but then I was like, it's actually plugged up, so I'm just gonna leave it how it is. So once you got it hooked up, I like to keep all electronics away from me so that I can make sure I have everything ready to go. Then we'll go ahead and turn it on continuous. So I put it on about 20 minutes, and I'm going to flip it on cold, and it starts circulating immediately. You feel it immediately. Oh yeah. Wow. Almost thought I was wet right there. But that's it. That's how it works. It gets the water circulating immediately. I feel the cold right where I need it to be. I wish it was a little bit easier to put on, but I mean, I guess I can make do with what I have. Just getting the job done. All right, but that's it. I give this a 5 out of 5. I love this device. This I'm not so happy with, but I love this because it works with cold and hot. So if I did want to use hot for like muscle tightness, I could use this as well. And that is why this is top tier when it comes to these type of devices. All right. Thank you for watching. You have a blessed day.